Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to integrate GraphQL subscription inside your NESTJS application. So let's get started. I have already made a video about GraphQL queries and mutations, so if you have missed that, do watch that video. So firstly we'll just have to create a project. So I'll just copy this particular command, go to your workspace directory and just paste it something like this. I will just name it as my app, but you can name it whatever you feel like. Now it will ask you it will ask us for our what package manager we want to use. I will just select npm and let it do its thing. Okay, so it is creating the app for me. So in the meanwhile I will just open the app. So this is my app, right? I will open it inside VS Code. Now just to give you guys a heads up, I have already created one practice project called first, which has all the required code. I will be copying a lot of code from this particular project. So don't get confused, but don't worry too much about it. I will explain you guys as much as I can. So yeah, let's just wait for this particular thing to complete. Once our project is properly initialized, we will have to install few dependencies. So let me explain it to you. Like these are all the dependencies which you have to install. So NESTJS GraphQL, NESTJS Apollo, then the Apollo server, then the GraphQL. And for subscription we have to install two dependencies, GraphQL-subscription as well as GraphQL-ws. So I'll just come over here. I will just cd to my app. Okay, I'll clear everything out and I'll paste it over here. So again this will install all the dependencies for us. Now I'm using Prisma as an ORM. Feel free to use whatever you feel like. I'm also using POSTGRES database. Again, feel free to use whatever you feel like. So I will just come over here. I'll just clear everything out and I'll paste this particular command. So this will install Prisma as a dev dependency. Once that is done, we will have to initialize Prisma. So for that we can just do npx Prisma in it and it has all automatically created for us. Now inside the .env file here you will have to enter your Postgres database URL. So so if you are hosting it locally, you can do that. I'm using NeonDB. Again, this is not a paid sponsor, but I just find them to be really useful for hobby projects. So we don't have to give credit card, debit card, anything else. So I'll quickly create a project on NeonDB, copy the URL and come back and I'll paste it inside .env. So I won't show you that, you will have to do it by yourself. Alright, so I have created our NeonDB database, Postgres database, and pasted the URL inside .env. Once that is done, what's the next step? We'll have to go to schema.prisma. So go to Prisma, schema.prisma, and here we will have to create our own table. Now I'll just go to my sample project which I have already created. Again, I'll explain it to you, don't worry too much. So Prisma, and here I will come to schema.prisma. I will just create one table called user. So this is the only thing which I will be using, and I'll paste it over here. So a user will have an ID, email, password and age. Okay, so this is done. Then we have to run this particular command. So Prisma will automatically create this model table inside our DB, provided you have given the right DB path to your Prisma database. Now this will take a little bit of time given that my database is located elsewhere. That's why once that is done, we'll have to run this particular command as well. So we'll have to install Prisma client inside our package.json as well. So let me just wait for this to finish. I mean, if you want, you can open a different tab as well. So yeah, I think we can just open a different tab. Okay, and I'll just paste this command. So it will install Prisma dependencies for us. Once that is done, we'll have to create this particular file, prisma.service.ts, inside the src folder. Again, I'll just go back over here to my practice project. I'll copy everything. Now this is very basic boilerplate code which is necessary for Prisma to initialize itself, which we will be using inside our modules and services of NESTJS. So yeah, this is boilerplate code which you can just copy paste it. Okay, once this is done, we'll have to go to app.module.ts. So I'll just open that. Okay, and I'll open this app.module.ts of ours as well. split on the right hand side, and here firstly we will add all these imports. So we require this 3 imports, I guess. Yeah, so I know that we have not created this user module yet. This is fine. I think I copied this twice, so this is fine. This we have not created yet, we'll create it soon. And inside imports we will just have to copy this particular thing. I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. Okay, so here is our, this is again boilerplate code. So here we are saying playground as true, so we require the GraphQL playground. And here I have also set the type paths, subscription, GraphQL WS we are using, that's why true. And here if you have multiple modules, you have to pass it over here, but we will only have one module. Okay, so this is done, this is done as well. I'll just clear everything out. So it has created the migrations for me. Then I just need to run this particular command to create a module. So I'll just copy and paste it. Once this is done, we'll have to create a service for our user as well. So it will create a user folder over here inside src. So here you can see it has created. Now I will just run this particular command as well, so it will create the service for me as well. Then we'll have to create another file called user.schema.graphql again. Now I'll just close this. I'll go to user, I'll create. Now I'm using schema first approach because that's how my brain works. I personally don't like code first approach. So yeah, so here I'll just copy this and then I'll explain it to you. So here is our type user, which has an ID, email, password and age. Then here is our query, which I have already explained, and here is our mutation. Now for subscription, we just have to give type subscription, what should be the subscription name and what it will return. In our case it will be return a user. So every time a create user has been created, we will be listening for it and then give that user back as an output every time a user has been created with create user. Okay, then here we have to go to users.service.ts. So I'll just open this and I'll open my practice project again. I'll just copy all this and come back. So here you can see firstly we are injecting Prisma service. Then here is our create method for creating a user. So I'm first checking whether the user exists or not. If yes, then return an error. If no, then create the user, pass the email, password as well as the age and return the user back. To find a user, we just do prisma.user.find unique, passing the ID, and to find all we just do find many. So yeah, that's it for user.service.ts. Then we have to go to user.resolver.ts. So I'll just open this as well. I'll copy everything and here we'll have to create that file. So user.resolver.ts, paste it over here. So here you can see firstly we are inject, so these are all the imports. So we are marking our class as user resolver. Then here we are injecting pub/sub, which I will tell you later on. I think it is coming from our module file, which I will show you later on. And here is our query. So once this is called, we just call the find all method of our user service. If someone wants a particular user and if they provide the ID, we just do find one by ID. To create a user, we get the email, password and age. We just do user service.create. And here as you can see, we are also doing this pub/sub.publish, and this should be the same name what you have given it inside your GraphQL file. So here you can see every time a new user has been created, we just pass it as user added. Now here we are listening for our subscription. So again, this name should be the same, and once I have the payload of user added, I just get that particular thing. And here you can see I'm just listening for that particular all the users which have been added inside our database. So yeah, these are the two important things. First you will have to publish, and here we will be listening for that. Okay, then we have to go to user.module.ts, which is the last file. So I'll just open this, open over here as well. I'll just split it on the right side. I'll close user resolver. So go over here. So firstly we will require all this stuff. Okay, so first we require Prisma service, then our user resolver, and user service we already have it. So something like this. Now I will just import Prisma service I will import user resolver, and I will also import. So here we are injecting pub/sub from GraphQL subscriptions. So yeah, that's it. I'll close this as well. This is done, this is done. So hopefully everything is done. Now I will quickly start my application. npm run start :dev, forgot a space. Now what you can do is you can just go to localhost colon 3000/GraphQL. so something like this, http localhost colon 3000/GraphQL. okay, so you can just copy this URL and paste it inside your browser. Okay, is this not ready yet? Okay, it is giving me an error, duplicate identifier. Where? Duplicate identifier. Okay, I added it twice, so I'll just remove this, click on save, and hopefully now this should work. So let's just wait for this to compile because I'm running this for the very first time. So this is done. I'll just go to localhost colon 3000/GraphQL. Now here like GraphQL is smart enough to cache all the data, so these queries and mutation were already created by me. So if I just perform this get all users query, here you can see I don't have anything. If I just do get specific user, I'm passing ID as 1, but I don't have anything, so it is passing as null. Now here is our add user mutation, which again I have shown you in the last video. So this is how we create a user. I'll create a user in a bit, but here you can see this is our subscription. Now the problem with subscription is that it does not work on GraphQL playground. So if I try to run this, here you can see I'm getting could not connect to WebSocket endpoint. So for this what I did, I'm using Firefox. You can use Google Chrome as well. So there is an extension called Altair client, so you can just install this particular extension. It is named as Altair. So here you can see this is the name, Altair. And now they have desktop app as well. If you want, you can use desktop app. Now this thing I use specifically for subscription. So with just the help of an extension we can do subscription. So here you can see, firstly you will have to enter the URL of your server, then here you will have to do subscription, whatever name you want to give, and this is my name of my subscription and what all data I want of our user. So these are all the data I want. Now ignore this, this is some previous data from my practice. Now once you click on this send, you will see a pop-up. I am not seeing the pop-up because I have already set everything. So once you click on send, you will see this particular pop-up. So yeah, this particular pop-up. So here what you will have to do, default request under keep it as HTTP. Subscription URL you will have to use ws://localhost 3000/GraphQL. You can't write HTTP over here. And subscription type, here it should be WebSocket GraphQL-ws. okay, now if you want, you can create mutation and query as well over here. So I'll leave that up to you. And now I'll just click on send. So it is now listening for create user mutation. So I will just go to our playground again. Like I told you, if you want, you can create mutation over here itself in new tabs. So I'm not doing that. I'll just create a new user. It has created, and if I go over here, you can see it has created the new user as well. If I just change the ID to suppose XYZ, create this user, it has created. If I go over here, you can see we are able to see it over here as well. So yeah, that's it. And if I just show you query as well, get all users, I'm able to get all user, and get specific user, I'm able to get specific user as well. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.